Hi, I'm DelusionDispeller, also Laura Beth Colbert in my actual life. I've been a life coach for many years, since about 2009, I believe. And I am the author of 2 ebooks, one on intermittent fasting and one on narcissism. Also coming out with an e-course on narcissism recovery. So be looking for that. I am currently right now talking about Jim Carrey's beliefs compared to my beliefs, and also Eckhart Tolle's beliefs, which Jim Carrey follows. On my former video, whichever number that was, because I've lost track of the numbers that I'm doing. I'm so human sometimes. On my last video, I was trying to find a scripture that talks about not worrying about what's ahead and what happened behind and basing your decisions on those things. I found out the scripture verse. As a man thinketh, so is he. Whatever you're thinking right now is forming what you're deciding to do. True. And that's biblical. Again, a Bible verse. So there you go. All right. Next, we have the choice to let go and drop things that we do not need. We are not just a bundle of conditioned reflexes. Rather, we have powers that we can learn to use. Okay. I love this, actually. You know, we sing about let it go, let it go. Everybody loves that song. But do we really know how to let things go? No, we don't. Including me. I can include myself in that. Sometimes I hang on to things and I get upset over things and I blame people for things, and I'm still a work in progress when it comes to that. The point is, we do not have to hold on to those things we choose to. We aren't just a bundle of conditioned reflexes. We are not just a bunch of put together things that make us react. We choose. I've told my children that all the time. Oh, she made me so angry. That's what they'll say to me. And I'll say, nobody can make you anything. You're choosing to be angry. Now, I'm not saying people don't influence you to feel a certain way, because that happens. But if you choose to hold on to that and you choose to be angry and you choose to ruminate over that and think about it constantly and think about, well, they did this to me, so I'm going to do that to them. You're only hurting yourself. You're causing yourself stress. You're raising your cortisol level, and you're not going to be a very happy person. You don't have to do that. You're not a bundle of conditioned reflexes. That's very true. So we do have powers that we can learn to use. Luke 10:19, I've given you authority to trample on snakes and scorpions and overcome all the power of the enemy, and nothing by any means shall harm you. Okay, some people want to put that in the physical realm, and I suppose in some cases it could apply there. God has delivered many people out of really hazardous, dangerous situations. But in the case that I'm talking about here, Jesus gave us power. God gave us power to overcome the enemy. He gave us authority, which is power, to trample on snakes and scorpions. What are your snakes and scorpions? Whatever your struggles are, whatever your fears are, those are your snakes and scorpions. And you can overcome the power of the enemy. That means you can jump above that situation. You can think differently. You can be happy in spite of sadness. You can move on after a tragedy. That's what that means. And nothing by any means shall harm you. It doesn't mean it's not going to hurt. It means it's not going to harm you. It's not going to keep you down. It's not going to keep you defeated. Unless you believe that I'm defeated. Oh, well. I'm never going to get these weight loss goals conquered. What if I die tomorrow and I never lost that weight? Guess what? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. You're in a new body shell anyway, so it's okay. Well, what if I never realize my dream? I never have that big business I dreamed about. You know what? You'll be okay. You'll be all right. And that's how you have to think about things. Because you can't control any of that, but you can control how it affects you. You can control how you perceive it, and if it holds you down or if you move past it. It's all about how you think about things, if you pray or how you meditate, whatever. It's all in your control. That's the point. All right. Complaining is an act of not accepting the now and the I's or the is. I'm sorry. Complaining is an act of not accepting the now and the is. When you complain, you make yourself into a victim. If you choose to change something, do it without being negative about it. Drop the negativity, because actions that arise from insight are much more effective than actions arising out of negativity. Eckhart, if you were alive right now, I would look you in the eye and say, you know what? You hit the nail on the head right there. It's all about your attitude. It's all about insight and positivity and aha moments. It's all about that. You know, Christianity was about that, even for me. The aha was, wow, there's somebody out there that loves me more than an earthly father ever could, because I had a really rough father-daughter situation going on with my abusive stepdad, who was mentally ill. That was my insight, that there was something better out there, something bigger than me, someone bigger than me, who loved me and would be there for me even when nobody else was. And I can tell you for a fact, he has been. Anytime I need God, Jesus, Yahweh, whoever, he's there. And I can talk to him and I feel like he's listening. And sometimes I hear his voice and it's awesome. So that was an aha moment for me, or an insightful moment for me. You may have a different one. The point is not accepting the now and the is, like Eckhart said. When you complain, you make yourself into a victim. So true. I mean, that's logical. It makes sense. If you're going around saying how miserable you are, you're victimizing yourself. You're putting yourself as this poor person that has no hope and just is so downtrodden and no desire to move on, no desire to change, because after all, it's not worth it. It's not going to work anyways. If you've ever met somebody that, I'm trying to think of what the name of it is, but it's basically people that constantly tell you why something won't work. And I'm guilty of it. I do it sometimes too. But there are some people that will do it with everything you tell them. You know, why don't you go get a job? Well, I'm not very good at anything. Well, why don't you go find something you're good at? I don't have anything I'm good at. Well, you're a really good welder. Maybe you get a welding job. Yeah, the last welding job I had, the boss was really mean to me and it didn't work out, so I had to quit. Okay, why don't you go get a job in sales? You're excellent at talking to people. I don't trust people. Besides, sales is too manipulative, and I just don't think I want to manipulate people. You don't always have to manipulate people. There's ways around that. No, it's just, I don't think I'm ready to do that. I don't want to put myself out there. What if people don't like me? See what I mean? You could go on. And people like that, I don't have them as friends because they annoy me, frankly. I'm a goal setter and a goal achiever, and those people I just don't have the time and the energy for. So, if you do, that's great. You're a lot more patient than I am, but I don't. And don't be one of those people, because you know what? It gets you nowhere. It gets you nothing, and you're miserable. And then everybody around you is miserable because you're not happy in yourself. Okay, anyway, stay tuned on my next video. I'm pretty much going to sum this up, I think. We have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, about 5 more things to talk to you about from Eckhart Tolle / Jim Carrey and my own beliefs, and I will do that when I get back. Thanks for watching. See you soon.